Hello everyone, welcome to Onyx Earth Tarot. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box below. So we are back with another pick a card reading. It is timeless, it is love-based, and yes, it is 18 plus. We're going to take a look at how your person will get you alone. Now I will lead with this disclaimer that I've recently started to use just so that we're all on the same page. This reading is for educational and informational purposes only. It's not with any other intent. So if that's what you're looking for, this is the disclaimer so that you know in advance and don't waste your time. Otherwise, sit tight. We're going to look at all of the information we can get for you, similar to the way we would look at any other topic. I'm not going to dwell on this any further. I'm going to hop right into the pile selection. Now, this is the moment in the reading in which I verbally describe each pile so that those of you that may be visually impaired, or if you simply like to listen to me so that you can make your selection that way, we can do that now. Pile 1, it is a black orb, but it has multicolored accents, so rainbow colors within like a massive darkness. And then we have a yellow, orange, honey, golden colored orb for pile 2. And then pile 3 is a deep blue purple undertone, but primarily gray, almost like a true moon, but darker colored orb. Okay, now I will give you a moment to make your selection. And if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. All right, pile 1, let's see how your person's gonna get you alone. If you selected that dark, black, multicolored orb, this is your reading. So let's hop right into the tarot. I do have some astrology-based oracle decks as well as some love-based decks. And at the end, we'll pull from that erotic sex answers oracle. Okay, so let me see for pile 1, how will they get you alone? That's okay, we'll take it all in one swoosh. 4 cards, it's not that many, so we'll look at the bottom in a second. We'll grab these and just something about the way that your person's gonna act. Pile 1, and I forgot to mention, you can look in the description box all of the various labels people use that you can apply this reading to, like all of those connections. But your person's very structured, very organized in their approach to getting you alone just because of how this happened. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, exactly. Look at that. You've got the King of Coins with a rose and some thorns. Very solid energy, very strong energy. Again, very sure, very certain, very patient, but also very, very productive. Okay, it's not like super passionate, and it's not very fast moving, but it is step for step in a way that would be efficient, if that makes sense. Like this person is the type of person to try to create a situation where you're most comfortable being alone with them. Okay, so let's start here. And then you look at that, 10 of coins, that's a 10 of pentacles. So again, very strong, very stable, very sure, certain person. This is someone that will try their best to get you alone in something that is mutual, doing something, or just the energy surrounding the situation is that it's mutually beneficial, right? Like something that you would be very much interested in and also invested in. But this person, just these 2 cards before I get to what I have in my hand, this is a very stable person, and this is the type of personality that in them wanting to get you alone would make it very clear to you that this is the case. So this is someone that has their stuff together, they're very stable, they're very organized, they're very planned, well established in their life, like they have their routine going, they're very financially stable, like they have enough to provide for all of their needs, and are looking to, if they aren't already, in a position to help support someone else, not just in terms of like a family, like spouse and children, but this is someone that may be very generous in terms of community and collective efforts. Okay, those are the types of things. So these are the types of interactions and conversations this person would use, right, when we're using conversation to kind of soften you up and get you comfortable and make you want to be in a setting alone with them, right? King of coins, 10 of coins, right? That is like spouse material, and this person will certainly make sure you know it. Okay, 4 of cups, that is some I love this depiction of it. It's kind of a distracted energy, right? Like there's the reflection there, but looking off. This is someone that if you are distracted, they will definitely make sure that they capture your attention. This is someone that will make plans in the way that is best to capture your attention. And this is also someone that will make sure you know that their attention is only on you. Like they don't care about any distractions or anything else that's going on or anyone else that may be around or lingering or may want their attention. This is someone that will make it very clear that they're only seeking something stable, right? Like this is a very monogamous energy. Like they're not seeking other opportunities. I mean, I feel like this is very professional energy. Like this person's very much invested in like the mundane things, right? Coins are material based, so money, finances, career, all of the tangibles. So like this person will make sure that you know all of that. Okay, so let's see what this other card is, hence why we have so many cards. And look at that, very clear communicator. So you've got all of the materialistics, all of the building, all of the disengaged, the disinterest, and then you have the King of Swords, of someone that is very mature, very clear in communicating it, very well developed. You have 2 kings, not saying that this person is a masculine energy, but very well could be. But this is highly developed energy when you have 2 kings here, right? Someone that is very grounded and stable, and very logically minded with the swords, very much intellectual, highly intelligent person. Okay, and this is someone that would try to woo you with their mind, with their wit, with their, you know, thoughts and in conversation. Okay, but this is someone that is very clear in their intentions, and in their intentions being very monogamous in nature. Okay, that is what I'm getting so far. Great grounded energy. Okay, very serious energy that hints all of the structure. And when I say serious, I don't mean serious in terms of just relationship. I mean serious in terms of this is a person that is kind of serious by nature, right? They may be a bit standoffish with the 4 of Cups, right? May look very stern and mean. I'm getting that, especially with the King of Coins and King of Swords combination, because the King of Coins is very solid, very powerful, and very silent. And then the King of Swords kind of is someone that may come across like at first glance possibly abrasive and mean. Like, not saying that's how this person is, could be, but that's how they come across at first glance, especially in the looks department. They may look very serious and look like they may have a sharp edge. Okay, so let's see, at the bottom, you've got the 3 of Cups. So 3 of Cups is fun. I love that it came out with this because, again, this is stable, monogamous energy, but it's not very passionate, right? If anything, it's a complete lack of passion with the 4 of Cups here. So here with the 3 of Cups, if your person that you're asking about has a tendency to be a bit too serious, take themselves too seriously, be a bit always looking to achieve some type of goal, trying to get ahead, never interested in just life, then this is how this person's going to get you alone. They'll loosen up, right? 3 of Cups is like a celebration. It could be celebrating some sort of a success, especially since we have the King of Coins with that 10 of Coins. That may be the milestone that was made that puts them in that energy, could be. But 3 of Cups is dating energy. It's fun, it's socializing, it's having a few drinks with someone, with friends, like a group, not just like a date, like a group effort. Could be a double date, could be a group outing, and then isolating you from that, or getting you comfortable in that setting around them before, you know, maybe directly asking if you'd like to do this again, just you two. I could see that for a lot of you coming through. But yeah, I love that Three of Cups energy. It's fun, it's festivities, it's gathering, it's collective energy with that Ten of Coins. So it's other people involved. So part of the approach to getting you alone is going to definitely involve other people that you like, that you enjoy, and that you're comfortable with. So if not your friends, close acquaintances, okay? So let's see from the astrology-based oracle what we've got here. Tell me more about pile one. How is your person going to get you alone? I feel like something's missing. I don't know if I just didn't start with an oracle and I've been used to doing that, but something is missing. And maybe that could be something related to your person and how they plan to get you alone. Is just kind of, I don't know why I'm getting really distracted. Almost like that reflection. I'm seeing the lights kind of showcasing from the sun hitting it, because it does that in this deck, the Spirit de la Lune deck. But yeah, maybe something missing. Maybe they may point out something that you lost. They may give you an idea. They may inspire you in some way, like give you some sort of an information. Like if you feel stuck or stagnant and disinterested in something, they may give you some really sound advice. Like it just, I don't know, something's missing on the table, and I'm like, I don't know why I feel that way. So that could be relevant to how this person plans to get you alone. But let's see what this is. Look at that. Blood moon. Number 8, rebirth. So it could be a fresh start. It could be something new, a new opportunity, something happening. It just feels like this person's going to kind of do their best to change whatever perception you have of them, right? Because this is really serious, mature energy. It could be someone older. If not, they just carry themselves maybe a lot older than they actually are, just due to all of this energy. And like whatever it is, however the setting, you know, I've given a couple of examples. We'll dive deeper, but their approach, I see, is changing your perception of them in some sort of a way. Okay, so this feels like someone that you have some level of a connection with, right? I do lead these readings with the approach of a crush for those of you that are single, but even if you are, and this is a crush, like someone new incoming that you don't know very well, they know they come across this way. So part of the approach to getting you alone and making you comfortable, dating, interacting, and eventually becoming intimate with them is changing, rebirth, showing you that fun side, that Three of Cups. Like, yes, I am the King of Coins, the King of Swords. You know, I do cut out distractions with the Four of Cups. I'm not easily wavered or distracted. I am building in the Ten of Coins. I have a lot going on, but at the same time, I know how to loosen up. I know how to have fun. I know how to enjoy and connect with other people, right? Because that seems to be the message, is knowing how to connect with other people on a level that's not just grounded in material. Because the Four of Cups is a lack of emotion. Like it's the one of the few cups in that suite that's like not feeling. So like not one, they don't want to come across that way. And again, leading with becoming more expressive and joyful. Okay, so let's look at the bottom. Fulfillment, exactly. So you've got a blood moon, and then you've got number 21, the full moon, fulfillment. I don't know why I'm holding that way. It's like trying to flip it upside down, right? Full moon, fulfillment. Okay. So rebirth and fulfillment. And some of you, because it's such mature energy, I am getting a lot of existing connections present here, and your person's next approach to getting you alone or softening you up is really like to let you know, like they're backing off. Like it could be a milestone. It could be an accomplishment already made with the King of Coins, with the Ten of Cups. I mean, 10 of Coins. But for real, y'all, it is like, I don't know, just something about this person. They just feel like it's really necessary to get close to you or closer to you, for you to know that they know how to, you know, with that rebirth, like that they know how to be more than this. I don't want to call it stale, because it's not stale. It's emotionally stale, right? Like it's not an emotionally enriched life. Like, I don't see this person being fulfilled at all with the Four of Cups. I see them possibly being very successful, very respected, very intelligent, but that's what's happening here. Something's missing. That's what's missing on the table, your person's heart, literally, right? Like, that's what's missing. Something's missing on the table. It's this person's heart. That's why we have that rose with the thorns. It's a rose that's being extended, but it's very sharp. It's prickly. Like, people, even if someone wanted to accept it, they couldn't, because it's sharp, right? Like, it cuts you like a sword. And that's this person's energy or life or, emotional unavailability, whatever it is that has been keeping this person from being in this Three of Cups, in this energy of fulfillment. They're starting to realize that, or have realized that, especially as it relates to getting you alone and being with you and proceeding with you, that's going to have to change with rebirth. Okay. Very beautiful, interesting energy coming through. So let me pull more. I want to close out. I've got 2 more astrology-based oracle decks, and I want to finalize before I get into those love-based oracles. All right, pile 1. Tell me more about how your person plans to get you along. I'm not going to lie. I expected this pile to be a little more sensual already. Even though it is informative and educational, like the energy is the energy, right? Like, we don't get super vulgar. We don't get like, we don't do things that will get us put off of YouTube. But I mean, an energy is an energy. But again, this person's a planner. They're a builder. They're not giving super sensual energy already. I mean, rebirth could be, but yeah, I mean, it just feels like a plan, and knowing, like, step 1 is, before getting you alone and even stepping into that energy, is like making sure you know that they're even capable of just pleasure in and of itself, like fun, socializing, interacting with the collective, being fulfilled within themselves. Like, for whatever reason, it doesn't seem like they feel you see them in that way at all. So it could be like a friend, or it could just be like an acquaintance or someone from your network. But it just doesn't feel like this person thinks that you think they can loosen up in any way. Tell me more about my pile 1. How do they plan to get my pile 1 alone? Time for healing. Let's see if I can clear this up. Yeah, it's like clearing things up, right? Like, because why is that like that? We'll move on, but it's a time for healing. And it's like again, established connections. It's the healing of the connection, of making sure you realize you're a priority. But again, early stages, or just you asking about something even casual, right? Even if you're asking about like a fling, or someone like a friends with benefits situation, it's this person making sure you realize that they're even down for that. Because with healing and balsamic moon, it's like not doing, like, someone that's not really trying to act in any way as it relates to matters related to pleasure in and of itself. Okay. So I don't mean to keep repeating the messages, but that's your person's dominant energy. So you do have its time to take action. New moon in Aries. I almost said Aquarius, which also is networking energy. I don't know what's going on right now with the level of focus I have. Okay. Time to take action. So here's the thing. I don't know if your person's just hyper independent or has like selfish tendencies, but Aries is first house of the self. It's very self-identified. So maybe that's why we have King of Coins leading into the 10 of Coins. We have some collective energy stepping in, because Aries is I, me. Okay, for the most part. Like, not saying full. I'm not saying Aries are all selfish. I'm just first house energy of I, me. And the first house is also how you come across to other people, right? It's kind of that first impression on your ascendant. And so this person's very reputation minded. Like, they care very much how they look and how they come across to people. And with you, right, since we're asking about how they will get you alone, I lead this energy from someone that is already invested in you. So obviously, if you know this isn't someone that's interested in you, then this isn't your reading at all. Okay. But if this is someone that has an interest, this person is leading from making sure they look the right way to you. Like they want to physically come across the way that they intend, and they want to emotionally and mentally come across in that way as well. Like it's very important how they come across to you. And you know, a time for healing also talks about preparation. It's kind of watching, observing, gathering information to see what the best approach is. And then you have, as the overview to this card, new moon in Aries, time to take action. And new moons are also rebirths. It's a new cycle each month. So a fresh start is a big deal for this person if this is an existing connection. But if it's not, it feels like this person wants to make a really good first impression or next impression, just in general, with the way that they act, okay, their behavior. Okay, because Aries is Mars, that's energy, that's how you execute things, that's how you perform. Okay, so let me pull from my last astrology-based oracle deck, and we'll get more. We'll pull from these oracle decks and just really see what's going on. Tell me more about pile 1. How is their person planning to get them alone? Thank you. I'll take the bottom in a second. House 9, spiritual growth. So this person, 9th house is Sagittarius energy. It is Jupiter expansive energy. This person wants to show you that they are more than what they come across at first glance, or what they should allow people to see on the surface, right? They're more than their first house ascendant, whatever that sign is, right? They're more than that energy. And you know, even if you've known them a long time, they want to show that they're growing, that they're evolving, that they're becoming more intelligent, more emotionally mature, more emotionally vulnerable, right? That they're healing if they have issues with intimacy or connecting with other people. This person's approach will be to share knowledge with you for sure, because this is the house that rules higher education, as well as travel, as well as exploring other cultures and possibly languages, right? Like, and when I say languages, I don't mean necessarily just foreign languages to you. I mean all methods of communication, right? That's the Sagittarius Gemini axis. All methods of communication that may not be what they're used to. So expressing yourself emotionally, right? Clearly expressing your thoughts, communicating how you feel. Those are the types of things that this person is working on actively. And that's kind of the approach that they'll lead with in trying to get you alone. And honestly, I think that some of you will be very surprised at seeing the side of this person when they come through, okay? So you've got Saturn, feel restricted, experience struggle, learn hard work and patience. Yeah, that's this person's energy, right? Like this person overall feels like someone that is very work and no play. And Saturn is Capricorn energy. It rules the 10th house of, what did I say, career and social status. So someone that's very driven materially, someone that cares very much what people think and how they come across. That's that planet that rules that, and it's very difficult to maintain, right? That's what this person's realizing. And that missing energy, they're realizing they have to find something else, because the house 9 is also spiritual evolution. So if you're very grounded, very practical, very logical, you may lack faith in some instances. This person's gaining faith, right? Those are the things. Or if they already have faith, you know, they're learning how to express that so that they don't seem so one-dimensional in some instances. I don't know, this file is so serious, but not in a bad way, but just it's about this person's growth and evolution, and making sure, you know, as they communicate and like they show you that other side of them, that they can be fun and like fulfilled, and that there's other sides of them. One thing I will say, this person's very invested with Saturn, and like all of these cards, this person's very invested in growing and evolving with you and learning about you and experiencing you in totality. I'll say it like that, because this is an emotional investment for them, like learning. In some instances, this person's learning to be emotionally vulnerable. So like these emotions that they're starting to develop and that they're acting on it's time to take action, it's very difficult for them, and they're evolving and growing for the sake of what they feel is a potential here moving forward with you. Let me see what else I can get. But there's a lot of effort, okay? So just expect a lot of effort, right? Because this action and then Saturn building, working through something, persevering, lots of effort on this person's end. So you'll know. Let me see what Melanin Pop has to say, since it's right here on the top. Teacher is at the bottom as I reset the deck, so that's interesting. As we talk about communication and expansive energy here, knowledge. All right, 2 cards. So, I mean, I mentioned communication here, right? We talked about that. You have communication, news, offers, excitement, and luck. Yeah, this person will directly message you, call you, DM you, interact with you when they see you. Like, you'll hear from this person, like, a lot. Like, not just, I want to say soon, but it's a consistent thing. It's time to take action, and Saturn, it's a consistent, solid, very practical approach. It's not like one random call. It's okay, acting with the foundation. Okay, that's what's coming through for this person, and how they'll get you alone. You do have Thief. Let me see. I don't know what's going on. Okay, it says steal, criminal, cheating, ulterior motives. Now, don't be worried, because that's not what it is. Thief is also something that is missing. This person may literally tell you that in some instances they miss you, or that something is missing, that something is lacking, that they are unfulfilled, that they're doing this, that, the other. That may be a bond where you connect on something missing, right? I will also say this person may, especially if we're talking about collective and group settings, this person may invite you or interact with you or ask if you want to go somewhere, do something in those types of environments, like casually, like friendly, but that's not the intent. That ulterior motives here lets me know that the goal is, right, to get to know you better, to get you closer, to get you alone eventually, or even right after that setting, right? At the bottom, you do have energy vampire, draining, lust, darkness, low vibration. So you have vampire here. Yeah, exactly. That's that ulterior motive energy coming through. And for me, it feels like it could be dark, right? But this person may come across as very dark in some instances. I can see that, especially with the mask. Like, this person may wear a mask, and that makes sense with the energy we've been reading. This person may interact with you about something that's draining, but it could literally be about something that's missing, or that was lost, or that was taken, or that was stolen. Could be those types of things. Like, that may be something that happens where this person kind of, something. And when I say lost, I don't mean just like lost materially. Like, it could be like a lost opportunity of some sort. I see with the disinterested energy. It just feels like even if there's a setting where something is lost or missing, they're going to use that as a way in. Because some of you, it will be the case, right? Like someone's being sneaky, possibly conniving, or possibly literally stealing, or something happens and this person may call to tell you about it, or you may be directly impacted, or they may be directly impacted. But especially with restriction here, this person will definitely use that opportunity to get closer to you. Very interesting reading and energy coming through here. Let me see what else I can get from these cards. This is a person with Thief and a mask. It's very, very sneaky as it relates to their sensual, sexual energy. Like, this person will, when it gets to the point of getting you alone, right? Because we've got all of this build up, all of this planning, strategizing, all of the topics, all of the plans. But when it comes time, while this person will be very direct in about their approach to you and their interest in you, like, this is someone that will kind of already have it on their mind that they're going to make an intimate move towards you in a certain setting. Like, they'll know way in advance. That's just this person's personality based on the tarot. But when they do, it's kind of like a sneaky approach, right? Like, that you may not see it coming. I'm not saying you won't be interested. I'm just saying you may not be fully prepared in that specific moment, right? That's how this person's coming across already, like very masked, guarded, like I'm like not, because I mean, I guess with this person's energy, it seems like the type of person that's like, how do you ask, or how do you know, like, because yeah, that's the energy I'm getting from this person. Okay, well, let me pull from these love-based oracles and we can get more about this person. Tell me more about pile 1. How is a person going to get them alone? Let's see if I can get a decent shuffle at least. All right. Tell me about pile 1's person. How is pile 1's person going to get them alone, please? Those are 3. Everything together, right? It's a group effort. I'm telling you, this person's going to use people that you know, your friends. It's a group effort because all of your tarot, all 4 of your cards came out stacked, and then 3 of your love-based oracle cards came out stacked. So yeah, I mean, you have past life relationship, you have known each other before. Could be, again, an ex you're asking about. It could just be someone that's like, oh, I've missed you. Past life is connecting on past experiences. It could be setbacks, hardships, people getting over on you, breaking your heart, using you, draining you, fake friends, enemies, all of the stuff, like bonding over those experiences. Because some of you, this is past energy, and this person's gonna like use that as a conversation builder of some sort, right? With past life relationships, this person's going to use past experiences they've had with other people, like knowledge on how to proceed. So like if they start acting weird, it's because they're reacting as though they're using information based on other people that may not be like you in some instances. Let's see, you've got new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. That's you. That's how this person is feeling. So even if it's an established connection, it's a rebirth, right? Making sure there's a fresh energy, that the energy is still fresh, regardless of the stage of the connection. But yeah, basically just straight up say, hey, I like you. I'm interested in you, right? Or, hey, I still love you, X energy, or current partner, like just making you feel valued and appreciated, like maybe asking you on a date anyway, even though you've been together for years, just to keep things going, right? And then you have give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. Exactly the energy I was just starting to bring back up. It is that effort, that Saturn, that time to take action, right? Time to take action, especially if this person's been kind of self-centered and draining and low on energy for whatever reason, like not giving equal parts. You know, those of you in established connections, this person's going to wake up to that and then really begin like putting the pedal down on effort, right? I'm getting lots and lots of effort coming from this person. And the sneaky energy is also planning something that you may not even know about, like in a good way. Okay, but work on your partnership. So beautiful energy. And those of you where this is brand new crush energy, it's like past life. This person may have that prickly energy because of their past experiences and trauma. Again, you have thief and vampire, that may be their past experiences. But with new love, they're like, okay, I'll give my relationship a chance. Especially if this is someone you know that has that trauma, they want to make it very clear to you that they're not really trying to hold that against you, especially with the time for healing. They want to grow and explore what can be with the two of you. Okay? Let's see what's at the bottom. Deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. This person's so phony. That's crazy. So you got mask in deception, and you've got that mask on thief. Like this person is not going to be upfront when it comes to the sensual energy. That's why I'm not really able to find it yet. We'll get to it because I've still got 2 more love-based oracle decks and a specific erotic sex answers oracle to pull it out. But this person is really like not trying to show their hands on the sensual side. Like their whole approach to getting you alone is very, very sneaky. Like it's like, okay, well, let me just do the group thing, and let me just date pile 1, and let me just express. Like this is 100% someone that would like be your friend for years. Okay, so like I'm just making sure you know that, and then one day it just like they just try to slip in there, because that's this person's approach. They are very concerned about how they come across. They only show people what they want others to see. Let me move this. I think that's good. Yeah, there we are. So yeah, this person only wants people to see what they allow them to. And so like, again, you've got two masks on the table. What looks can be deceiving with this person. Just know that much, okay? Let me pull from this other deck. This is someone that comes across as very disinterested in a lot of instances, not just romantically, but just in stuff in general, experiences in general. So that's why you have all this effort, because they naturally come across as very detached and standoffish. And this is someone that actually may look very mean and very dangerous in some instances, even though they're not. Like something about them, they may have like a rough or just very dark, very abrasive look about them. Like this isn't necessarily someone that most people would ask for instructions. Like if you're lost, like this isn't the person that most people would ask. But because of how they come across with this vampire, thief energy, deception, like, but again, looks can be deceiving, but this person just has a certain look, certain feel. And even if it's not their appearance, it's their energy, their demeanor that makes them that way, right? Exactly. So let's get more about Pile 1's person. How do they plan to get you alone? Being sneaky for sure. Just know that. Very sneaky. You can tell them I said that. It's just a very interesting energy that is just so sneaky. Okay. Vivid dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. As the connection deepens, your dreams become more pronounced and full of answers. Like some of you, this person may literally say, oh, I had a dream about you, or just I was thinking about you. Yeah. And some of you, dreams are actual plans for the future, like goals. So this person may use that as a way in. And dreams happen at night. So just expect this person to try to get you alone at night. Like it feels like this person has a bit of a traditional approach. So like when they try to make that move to get you alone, to be intimate in any way, it would definitely happen at night. Okay. But again, pay attention to your dreams. That's pay attention to the signs as well. Like, you know, this person's very subtle, very sneaky, right? Vampire, thief, deception. So it's saying like, pay attention to the details when it comes to this person, because it's not so black and white, cut and dry with them. Okay. Interesting. Let's see if we can get another one. Tell me more about Pile 1. No, I didn't. Okay. I think I want one more too. Okay, you've got new chapter. That's that rebirth energy. It says a fresh start is always good for everyone. Doors are opening for this new phase within your love life. Exactly. So new chapter is like I'm turning over a new leaf, whatever the energy, especially if this person's got toxic past, like, you know, a past of being very devious in connections, right? Thief-like, vampiric in connections. This person's like, no, I've changed, I've evolved, I've grown. Because again, this doesn't mean that this person's been this way with you. They've just been this way before, and maybe you've heard about it or you've seen or whatever the situation. They're making sure you know that it's a new chapter. And also vivid dream is like I've reached the dreams of mine, or I have a dream of a certain period of life and I'm stepping into it. And in this new chapter, I would like a partner, right? That's kind of the energy coming through for this person, the approach they'll take. I'll take all three. Why not? Everything happens in stacks for you guys. And I love the synchronicity. I'll take this bottom in a second, but look at that. You've got past life here and you've got past life here. So a lot of you, this could very well be someone from your past or an ex or someone you got a history with, whether of any kind, right? Friendship, acquaintance, professional, all of the stuff, okay? But it says there may be a past life connection or unfinished business with this person. So regardless of the stage, this person feels like there's unfinished business with you. Even those of you early stage crush, because it's like something about you they can't stop thinking about, and they want to get to know you, and they have a certain approach that they want to take to you, and all of the things, okay? You have warm embrace. Let me see if I can clear it up. There it is. Let yourself enjoy your partner's loving arms around your body. Their touch ignites a flame within you. So here's the thing. This person, a lot of you, their approach will be to remind you of the past you have together, or of your history, or to play on things they've learned about you over time, or heard about over time, or looked you up online on time. You know what I mean? Like just all of the stuff. And they may be a bit touchy-feely. I don't know if this person's nature is to be touchy-feely, but like when they hug you, it'll be very sensual, right? Like it'll be a very sensual, like it won't be like a quick hey or bye. It'll be like it'll be an embrace, okay? And that's kind of the testing the waters, especially if it's to leave or to say goodnight. The hug will be like kind of testing the waters to see like what the next stage, like, is it the end of the evening, or is like, are you going to invite them in, or are you going to come over? Like what's going to happen, right? That's the energy right here. So you have magnetic souls. Look at that. Your secret souls are instantly drawn towards each other. Yeah, this is someone that really can't stay away from you. You can probably see it in their gaze, the way they look at you, the way they, interact with you. But I'm getting more touchy-feely vibes from this person. So if this isn't this person's nature, just know that it is 100% a sign. I don't want you to start like micro-analyzing everything this person does, but they're very sneaky. They're not like open. I don't know if it's a confidence thing, or a familiarity thing, or an emotional vulnerability thing, but this is not a touchy-feely, emotionally expressive individual. So if they start that with you, like the cards imply, that is your indicator that they're trying to proceed and move forward, right? Okay, at the bottom you got quality time. What did I say? You're coming over, you're coming in, can I come in? Right? That's the energy with this person. Quality time means putting away your phone and clearing your brain of anything distracting so you can ensure your partner is the #1 focus. So in that energy, right? In that energy, this is a person that will make sure, as I said, when this 4 of Cups first came out, that you are their priority. You are their focus. No one else, nothing else, just you. Not all of the material stuff going on, not all of the things that they have planned to do, like all of the lists, just you. And in the moment in which they're really pushing, I feel like getting you alone will be a literal getting you alone, because of all of the people that seem to be surrounding the setting in which they have you in. For most of you, all of you, it's not a lot of people. It just feels like networking and connecting. But there's instances with the 3 of Cups, 10 of Cups, 10 of Coins, sorry, connecting with other people and trying to use that 4 of Cups to disconnect from those people once this person is comfortable enough to proceed solo. Okay? So it's like, hey, let's step aside and just have a private conversation kind of an energy. Okay? With quality time. It's like a detaching. So let me pull from this Twin Flame Soulmate Oracle. And then our last deck is that Erotic Sex Answers Oracle. We'll close this out. Sorry that this isn't, like I said, I always lead with that these are not intended to be super erotic naturally anyway, as they are informative. But your person's just not, they're sneaky. They're not really giving me much. So hopefully these last 2 decks will give me a little bit more for you. Because your person, when it comes to sex and sensuality, your person's very sneaky. Okay? Like they're not a broadcast, out and about individual. Like I'm not saying that like they don't have sex and whatnot. I'm saying they don't broadcast it. There's not their energy. And a lot of you come, you know who you're asking about. I say this a lot in my readings because you know who you're asking about. Hot lover. There it is, spicy. So your person's like really trying, like something about that subtle energy to work on you, right? This is someone that will make sure you know you're attractive. They'll start being very touchy-feely, right? But all of the things they're doing, the way they're communicating, the way that they're acting, the way that they're portraying themselves, even if it's phony with a mask, is so that you can be attracted to them. They really deeply want for you to be attracted to them in the way that they are you. And so all of the phony actions that they're doing, it's to come across as this hot lover, okay? Which is funny because this is not that kind of a deck. This is the Twin Flame Soulmate Oracle. The other one is right here. So you got hot lover. So this person's gonna really lay it on thick, even if that's not their energy. But I get the feeling that this is someone that that mask is someone that pretends to be very serious, very traditional, possibly conservative in nature, like just energetically. And then this is really what they're hiding underneath, that hot lover vibe. But they're just very guarded about it. All right. So let's see. Let me see. I want 2 more. I'll take the bottom. Tell me more about pile 1. How will they get you alone, pile 1? Some of you, it might even be like a once the intimacy begins, like isolating you from whatever group setting, spending the quality time of like, oh, what if we went to have a drink? Like very mischievous, like, oh, you know, like, I know it's getting late, it's a little late to be out, you know, sometimes it gets dangerous outside, maybe we can go back to your place and finish the conversation, kind of a vibe, right? So sneaky. So let's see. Chemistry. And I didn't mention drinks. I associate this card with like sometimes alcohol and like substances and whatnot. Not saying if you don't drink, that's fine. It's like a social setting. It's like, hey, you want to come back for coffee or like a snack or I don't know, whatever happens, right? But chemistry, there's a lot of chemistry, sensual, that magnetic soul. It's like, hey, we're really bonding here. We're really connecting. That's the things I'm hearing. And as I say that, we're at 44 minutes and 44 seconds of me recording it. So I'm hitting on something very material. Like, hey, we're really vibing. Like they're giving you the eyes and you can see where it's actually headed, but they're not going to say it. This is not someone that's going to say it. Okay. You just have to be able to read between the lines with this individual. So let's see, I want 1 more. I'll take the bottom before we close it out with that last deck. Tell me more, we'll take it. See, even that was a hesitating energy, and the way that it fell lets me know that it's incoming energy. So your person's so sneaky. Why are they like that? Ecstasy. So all of that freaky energy hiding underneath vampire, underneath thief, underneath deception, just so sneaky. But you've got ecstasy. So you've got, so just to remind you, like soulmate section, because this is actually 2 decks that I merged, right? So you've got twin flames, soulmate. These are not those types of cards. So the fact that you got 3 cards of that nature coming from this deck, your person is super freaky, but they don't want people to know. Hot lover, chemistry, ecstasy. How are they going to get you alone? They're going to be very subtle, sneaky in whatever group, collective environment. Maybe take it further of isolating you in that setting, maybe getting your contact information or just asking you to proceed in another setting solo now that their confidence is built. And then after whatever individual setting you're in, like where it's just you 2, they'll slowly lay it on thick with that hot lover into chemistry, into ecstasy. So save the best for last. I don't know why that's relevant energy, but your person literally is like cut and dry, telling all of their like the things they're working on. And then boom, at the end, hot lover, chemistry, ecstasy. So what's at the bottom here? Proposal. Exactly. What did I just say? What did I just say? This person's like, hey, you want to go blah, 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 like a proposal to do something. Now that we've got this card here, so I want to develop that further before I hop onto that last deck. When it comes to your person getting you alone, possibly for some type of level of sensual experience, this is someone that will 100% make sure that it happens, especially for the first time, after some sort of like date or clarification of the connection. Like it could be, some of you, it could just be a date, right? Like where the mutual interest has been expressed and then afterwards it happens. But a lot of you, it's once this person kind of gets you in a relationship. I did lead with monogamous energy from the very beginning, but it's like now that it's established you two are interested in each other on that level with proposal, it's like, okay, now let's unleash this hot lover chemistry to ecstasy, right? Like this person, once this person realizes that you are theirs for the taking, it's boom. Okay, that's how they get you alone. So some of you, it could be after the date where it may happen after the first whatever date. If it happens prior to a formal commitment, and when I say formal, I don't mean like marriage. I mean, it could be for some of you. I mean, like just established what your labels or your situation is. If it happens before that, afterwards, this person's going to be like whipped and be like, oh, we're together now. I could see that. Okay. I could definitely see that. So let me close this out. This is someone that wants to be with you. Like this is someone that wants a relationship with you. So tell me more about pile one. My final thoughts about pile one's person. How will pile one's person get them alone? Let me get one more good shuffle. All right. It's funny. You've got obsessed with you. This person very invested. They watch you. They get information on you. They ask about you. Like they think about you a lot. And what they're going to make sure you know how interested, how invested they are in you. They may not let you know they're obsessed because they are sneaky, right? They'll make sure you know they're interested, but like they're invested. So they won't let you know that. Maybe some of you, this person is so sneaky, they won't even let you know that. Right? Until after. Others of you, that will be how they approach you, is making sure you know how invested they are. It just depends on which personality you are dealing with in this pile, but obsessed with you. Okay. Let me get two more. Tell me more about pile one's person. How are they going to get pile one alone? It's related to the proposal. So emotionally distant. Those of you where this person's, again, been a bit selfish, detached, taking more than they give in connections, emotionally distant. This is someone that, that's why you have obsessed with you. This person, all of that effort from emotionally distant to obsessed, that's how this person's approach to getting you alone, because proposal is attention. It is a commitment. It is a connection. It is clearly defined. Okay. Whereas you have emotionally distant. That's why I fell there. Okay. Look at my last one. Person may actually begin to cling after a period of distance. It's two separate decks that I merged. That's why you have this like this. But you got obsessed with you and obsession, straddling emotionally distant. So if this is your person emotionally distant, if they've been hot or cold, or if they are hot or cold, it's because they don't know what to do with their feelings. They're just confused because there's a lot of intense energy between, especially sexual compatibility and passion between the two of you. And it's throwing them off. Okay, it's making them feel like that thief energy. It's making them feel very vampiric and deceptive. Okay, but obsession, obsessed with you and obsession. Interesting. So that's this person. They may be watching you. I feel like there's always, so far, like in the last few months, I've been doing readings and this other reading keeps popping up in not relevant readings. I have a who's watching stalking you video with roses, and and I was thinking of it when that King of Pentacles, King of Coins here popped up, but I didn't want to keep saying it in every reading because I'm not like trying to like beg for views for that reading. I don't know. It may be relevant for you. Like the rose, either the red, I think there's a pink one as well. Just go to that reading if you feel called to and like see, because the reality is I don't even know why I use that deck. That's like the Raven's Tarot. It's like a fall deck, hence why the trim is orange, but it's one of my first decks and I just felt really connected to it today. So hence we're reading it, but it goes because, you know, it's spring and there's flowers. But yeah, I mean, go back to that reading if you feel called to it and let me know, because I'm feeling like I need to let you know that maybe, but this person is very obsessive to some degree though. At the bottom, you have other lovers. So if that's been the issue with you and this person, they're out to make sure you know that's not a thing. And also, if they've been emotionally distant due to other lovers, they're now like very obsessed in whatever distance has happened. Okay, especially if this is an ex or of some sort. Now, when it comes to other lovers, right? If this person hasn't had a history of like cheating, or if they've not been engaging other people, they're not interested in anyone else. And they're making, regardless of the past, but I'm just making sure I clarify for those of you where this person's not had a history of that, they just are not interested in anyone else, right? Emotionally distant, other lovers, and then it's straddled with obsession. Excuse me, I'm like struggling right now, but obsessed with you, right? Specifically you. And that's why you have proposal, all right? And I love the shadows here because that red energy of the shadows, honestly, ooh, some of you, this person likes to kind of, to some degree, make a spectacle. They may like literally, and I don't know if you like that energy of like gassing you up, but like this person will do it in front of other people where they like make it clear that you're together, or ask you out, or ask you to be their girlfriend, boyfriend, partner, right? Other lovers, because this feels like someone getting asked something in front of other people. So like this person may make sure like an ex or someone you think they're interested in sees them doing it. Like I said, I don't know if that's what you're interested in, but it's definitely coming through like that, okay? But, you know, with all of these shadows, and that's also an ode to that sneaky energy that they have of all of the shadow. But, and just know with these shadows, I'm not even gonna lie, all of these shadows, all of this sneaky energy is not even just your person, how one. Some of you, it is like their exes, their past, because you have, listen, you've got past life relationships, both here on the table. So some of you, this person's exes, or people that have liked this person, or people that do like this person, kind of realize that they have an interest in you. And because of that, like they're watching. I don't know why that's relevant, but it is, okay? But yeah, I mean, the primary energy at the end here is that all of you in this pile, your person's going to make sure that you know that they're only emotionally available for you, and that they're very invested in you, all right? So I'm going to close it out right here. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, pile 2. So let's see how your person's going to get you alone. This is for those of you that selected the yellow, orange, golden, honey colored orb, okay? And just quick disclaimer, this is informational, educational reading, okay? So let's hop right into it and see how they will get you alone. I'm going to leave with this tarot deck. I've got 3 astrology-based oracle decks. I've got a few love-based oracle decks, including a twin flame soulmate one. And then at the end, I will pull from the erotic sex answers oracle deck, just to top off the juice, all right? So let's see, pile 2. How does pile 2 person plan to get them alone? Like all over the place. That may be your person's approach. It might be all over the place. I mean, about pile 2. 5 of Cups. So, and that did fall in the maturing energy position. So the 5 of Cups talks about spilled milk, missed opportunities, failures, hardship, cup half empty energy. And it's like your person kind of looks to be stepping out of that downtrodden energy. Okay, they look to be stepping out of that energy. They can finally turn around and see the 2 cups that are still available to them, even after the other 3 fell, because that's the traditional depiction, right? Here it is the shadow facing a different direction from this poor raven that is just very, very sad and downtrodden. Interesting. Okay, so let me get 2 more and see the bottom. Tell me more about pile two's person. How do they plan on getting pile two alone, and how is that information relevant? I guess this is the day we all get 4 cards. We've got the Queen of Wands, your person, some of you, this is a specific message, they may smoke in some instances. Smoke anything, like all of the things that could be smoked by mouth. Others of you, they may have a sharp tongue, right? They may be very fiery with their words, very expressive with their words. They may be a bit abrasive. Some of you, your person might have like a bit of a potty mouth, like some people say, or like they may like speak like a sailor. They may curse a lot or whatever. That's kind of the energy coming through. So let me see. Some of you, your person will come in very passionately, and when I say come in, I don't mean necessarily no contact. I mean like they'll interact with you regarding something that really upset them, something they missed out on, something they lost, something that didn't go their way, and they'll be like really aggressive about it. And I don't know how that's going to lead to them getting you alone, but that is kind of the initiator coming through in some instances. You do have the 3 of Wands, which is looking ahead. It's kind of doing all you can do and just letting it go, riding the wave, waiting for it to harvest in some sense, right? Like staring out, just waiting for what's next. Some of you, your person's waiting for you to get them alone. That's funny. And I'm not even kidding. With the missed opportunities here in the 5 of Cups, like it's like, oh, a lost cause, like I ruined it, I messed up, I missed my chance. And then 3 of Wands is like kind of looking out, like I hope they come back, I hope pile 2 comes back. In some instances, 3s are very relevant numbers for you because your last card is the 3 of Coins. It talks about collaboration, building, growing. Some of you, this person will rely on mutual connections and contacts, possibly friends, but 3 of Coins is not necessarily friends the way that 3 of Cups is. It's collaboration, it's co-workers, you know, like networks of some sort. So some of you, this person's going to rely on other people to help them get closer to you. Okay, that's very interesting. I don't know why that's coming through. 4 of Wands is a fresh start, a new beginning, a relocation. Those of you where this is a long distance, this person may move closer to you, right? Because 4 of Wands is a new home. In a lot of instances, it's a new beginning. Traditionally depicted as a like a newly married couple, either at a wedding or entering their new home. Like some of you, this person may literally talk about like getting married to you. Like they may be like, you know, I see you being the one. Like, and it's, I don't see it as a lie, by the way. Like it's not like, so far I'm not getting any sneaky energy. If anything, I'm getting a very defeated, missed opportunity coming through. Like, you know, some of you, this person may tell people like, you know, pile 2 really could have been the one. They could have been the one I married, blah, 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 especially if this is an ex. If this is a brand new incoming energy, like a crush, this person is like, every time they miss their chance to like get close to you or get your information, it just really bothers them. And they just feel like every chance they get, they just ruin it. And so like you're kind of relying on the people in the setting. Like I feel like those of you where this is like a crush situation, the people in the situation that you see them, like wherever you go, like if it's the gym, then the people that go to the gym at the same time as you, they all know. They all know this person's interested in you. So it's not a secret. So I will say, it's a polarity. Some of you, a specific message is coming through. Some of you, this person is going to take an opportunity to help you or try to defend or protect you, like verbally, possibly, even, or act like they just feel like they're defending someone, or this could be you defending them in a very aggressive way. With 5 of Cups, Queen of Wands, I don't know why this depiction just feels like someone being supported in some instance. And that's kind of like the gateway. All right. Some of you, this person's going to mention waiting for something, right? building, working on something, like something new, like a new opportunity of some sort, and that'll be the gateway. So let me let me get into these astrology based oracle cards so we can get more. And that was quick. All right, we've got deep wisdom in reverse. They may not know something, right? Five of Cups may say they don't know something, but I'm not going to take it in reverse. You have the crone moon, number 9, deep wisdom. All right, knowledge, information. So this is someone that thinks a lot. Okay, this is someone that thinks a lot. They kind of overthink to their detriment, because they get in their head and they talk themselves out of doing things. So it's like, oh, here's my shot, let me talk to Pile 2. Oh wait, I'm gonna wait till next time. I'm gonna ask for advice, and then next time comes and it's like, oh, Pile 2 isn't even around anymore. They move on, they've done something else. Like it feels like they delay and they miss out on chances, not just romantically, but just opportunities due to dragging their feet in general. Okay, that's why you had deep wisdom in reverse. But you know, it's also old mature energy. Okay, slow moving energy, because that type of wisdom and experience is gained for years. Okay, at the bottom, what is that? Leo, the hero. I mentioned the defending protector energy. I feel like your person may do that, or you may do that. It's the gateway, right? Some of you, very specific message. This person may, if you're lacking in one way or they're lacking in way, the other, right? Either you or them will have a message or information or skills, especially since we have all of this collaborative energy, to give them what they need. Information, knowledge, skills that this person would have had to wait, a la 3 of Wands, over time for their chance opportunity to take, right? And by this collaborative effort, they'll be able to go do, build whatever it is they want, or you, right? Someone here is a hero though, with some wisdom, is going to really help somebody. Okay, interesting. Let's see, let me see more. Tell me more about Pile 2. How is this person going to get Pile 2 alone? Great. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. I use the gym example. Some of you, it is a gym, okay? It's like this person may offer to help train you, show you a new workout, something like that. That's the icebreaker. But Capricorn is career, it's social status. So some of you, this person may help you out professionally through your network, through their network, or you may help them, or you know what I mean? Like it just feels like some sort of a support coming through with your hard work is paying off. Someone's working much harder than they need to be, or they're working harder in terms of skill because they lack certain wisdom, right? They lack certain knowledge, and the other's going to offer that, and that is the icebreaker, or what furthers or develops the connection that gets you to the point where they can get you alone. Okay, your support or their support. Okay, interesting. Also, something's gonna happen. Whatever it is, whether it's you helping them, them helping you, it's going to give this person that confidence. This person is lacking in confidence. How to? Your person doesn't feel like they lack the confidence. And the fact that deep wisdom came out at first and 5 of Cups came out at first, it feels like they don't know if they have a chance in some instances, okay? Especially if, because I'm reading, I was originally reading Queen of Wands as them, not gender specific, but I see if you are that Queen of Wands, you're very passionate, very powerful, especially Leo placements, right? Big personality, lion energy, fiery mouth. If that's you, it intimidates this person, okay? So like, this is someone that slowly builds up. Right? This is not someone that shoots in, right? Slowly gains knowledge, slowly over time, takes time. This is someone that would even take years before actually trying to get you alone with the crone moon. Okay? They need to be confident, right? Leo is the sign of confidence, of personality. They have to be sure, and their hard work is paying off, right? Slow building of the Capricorn, long term, taking their time with it, right? But whatever the setting is, they will eventually get to the place of fun and pleasure, because that's 5th house of joy and pleasure, that Leo rules. Okay, so they'll ask you on a date. It'll be casual, it'll be fun, but it's gonna take some time with your hard work is paying off, and then that deep wisdom energy. Okay, especially with the Three of Wands, building up the courage, and the Three of Coins to do it. Okay. So let's see at the bottom. Luck is on your side. New moon and Sagittarius. Yeah, this person's like building it up. And when they feel the timing is right, when they feel it's the right moment, when they feel lucky, when they're sure that like you'll receive their energy well, because I'm getting a lot of new energy. I'm getting a lot of new energy or rekindling of some sort. This doesn't feel like my experienced pile. This feels like my fresh energy. Okay. But when this person feels lucky and confident that they can shoot that arrow and it'll stick right in your heart, like not like in a chaotic way, but in a Cupid's arrow kind of a way, that's when they'll make their move to get you alone, okay? And Sagittarius is growth, expansion, it's knowledge, it's higher learning and all of the things, spiritual ascension, new things. Like dealing with you would be something new. You may have fire sign placements, okay? Leo and Sagittarius are both here, okay? So let's see more. Tell me more about my pile 2. How's pile 2's person going to get them alone? Could be working on something together for sure, like I mentioned, but that it doesn't have to be those specific instances. Could be just working on building, collaborating on anything, and learning and knowledge and evolving and broadening of perspectives, right? Because we have a lack of wisdom in some instance and lack of experience in other instance. Exactly. Mercury is here. It says think, learn, network, communicate. Okay, that's exactly words, knowledge, connecting, networking, all of the stuff. Okay, really understanding and studying you over time to know what makes you tick and to know what you would be receptive to. That's how this person's going to get you alone, and they're going to really pay attention to your nonverbal cues to get there. Especially as we get to the point of, okay, intimacy and sexual, sensual relations, okay? At the bottom, you've got that sun. Look at that. Self-express and embody truth. So you've got Leo and the sun here on the table. More 5th house energy. Joy, pleasure, romance. Like that's literally the house of joy and romance, by the way. So sun in Leo, hero energy. They want you to see them as that anyway. Exactly. They want you to see them as that Leo, hero, sun energies, that solar energy, because you already have it. I see. They're really trying to build themselves up with hard work is paying off to be that way as well. All right. So let me see. I've got Melanin Pop, and then I've got a few, like I said, love-based oracle decks. Before that, sex answers, erotic sex answers, oracle deck. Tell me more about pile 2's person. How do they plan on getting pile 2 alone? Tell me about that. Plan and strategy, okay? Straight up plan and strategy. But look at that. I think it's, oh, you did. That's so cute. So you picked the orb that is yellow and like honey colored. And I do have little bees around it. So you may be like something about bees and honey may be relevant to you and this person. But you have kind, caring, compassionate, loving, physical touch, sweet and sticky. Now that's a very sensual card. So this person's all about passion. There's a lot of fire here, if you've noticed. Like there's grounded energy. There's a little emotional insecurity here. But once that goes away and this person feels confident to go in, like this person's going to come in hot. I'm not going to lie. Like when I say hot, I mean like once they get you in a situation where it's clear that you reciprocate their interest, it's sweet and sticky all the way. Okay. But this is someone that's a giver. They'll be very kind, very caring, very compassionate. Something about something spilling over though, just because you do have that 5 of Cups, which is a card of spilling things, and the honey here is dripping. It could be in the window. It could be very much intimate energy, but it doesn't have to be. It could be situational. Like it could be someone spills something and someone helps them clean it up, right? So tell me more. I want one more from this deck and I'll take the bottom. Thank you. Red flags. Okay. Caution, beware, toxic warnings, danger. Someone may warn someone about something. Like it may be literally a wet floor sign, some of you. I'm not even gonna lie, because those are also yellow. like your orb. Like it could be very well that, but it's like that may be the icebreaker, especially if this is someone that is extremely intimidated by you to the point where they don't interact with you at all. They may just literally point out a wet floor sign or something of that nature, but they may point out some type of danger. With luck is on your side. Like there's something that only this person can do or only you can do for them that opens the gate for interaction if there hasn't been. Okay? But above all, with sweet and sticky, red flags combined, kind, caring, compassionate, right? This person will very loudly, lots of yellow and red here and orange, like a lot of lower chakra energy, which it talks about sensual arousal. But this person, I'm telling you, it's all about standing out to you. So I don't know if you have options or if this is just someone that doesn't feel like you're interested in on that level, that you just don't see them that way. But this person is all about making sure they stand out, like red flag, like waving the flag for you to see them in that sweet and sticky sense. Like a hero, like that Sun Leo energy. Do you remember? Memories, past lives, karmic, soulmates, reminiscing. This is definitely someone that watches you and observes you. For sure. And if, again, past energy, it's like remembering. And some of you may have met at a wedding before, or at a housewarming, you know, or you may have met when someone was new to town or something like that with the hot Four of Wands here. Or working on a project at some point. You may have actually worked together with the Capricorn here. You may have mutual friends with all of this Leo energy. Okay, those are some of your confirmations. And that's the bond. It's like, hey, remember me? Like I'm standing out. Like, hey, don't I know you from? Those are the vibes I'm getting. Or, hey, remember that one time we used to do, you know, if you need an icebreaker. I'm getting heavy icebreaker vibes from this pile. Okay. Actually, like that might be like your channel song. I'm getting the Britney Spears Break Your Ice right now. Like it's been a while. Okay. And maybe that could be the sensual energy for those of you that are connected. Like it's been a while since you've seen your person. They may have been traveling. You know, with the Four of Wands being a new home, like you may, like someone may have moved for a home and then the other's going to follow or something like that. I've seen that happen in some instances. But it's like I'm remembering missing energy here with Do You Remember? Yeah, definitely. So let me pull from these other love-based decks so we can get more energy. Tell me more about pile 2. What's pile 2's person? How are they going to get pile 2 along? It's all about capturing your attention, though. They're going to do something to get your attention, whether it's you saving, allowing you to save them in some sense, or making it a point to save you from something, or give you some type of knowledge or help or assistance. All about standing out. Tell me more about pile 2's person. How are they going to get pile 2 alone? Tell me how they're going to get pile 2 alone very soon. Well, and it landed right on the red flags, sweet and sticky. So it's going to be very obvious. I read red flags as very obvious energy. Very obvious energy that this person's interested in you and that they're ready to go on a sensual level. Very obvious, okay? Especially, and that's going to happen very soon. So it says clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Okay, that's the energy. That's 3. I'll take them. You have, you deserve love. You are lovable. Giving you a lot of attention, making sure you know they're very invested, like you're very sweet, like they see you as sweet and sticky. There's another arrow here, like Cupid's arrow. Some of you may do archery. Like archery may be relevant to this connection because you have it on the Sagittarius, luck is on your side, and you have it here on you deserve love. So it could be around some of you, because these are timeless messages. Some of you, it could be related to Valentine's Day with the Cupid's arrow, or just Cupid's something related to Cupid, or it could very well be, like I said, that archery influence. I'll see what this one is first. You have passion. This is a very passionate person. This person, while they're afraid and kind of insecure, once they get beyond that 5 of Cups insecure, once they see a way in, they go from 0 to 100. They go from 5 of Cups to wait, pile 2, I have a chance, to boom, they are Leo energy, the hero, the sun. They're all in, like waving the red flag so that they can be seen, like very, very passionate, right? Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. And what is this? Getting to know each other. I said, like, all of this Leo, it's straight up date energy. It's like, hey, let's go on a date. That's for those of you that are very new, and even not, it's joy and pleasure. This person is not afraid of sensual energy or sex. They're just very insecure and they need to feel comfortable, right? Like with the red flags, like they need to be sure, like they're afraid of doing the wrong thing. Okay, so once they know, they know. So getting to know each other, it says, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Like it's getting to know you, right? That's how they'll get you along. They'll get to know you, get familiar with you, see your mutual interests, right? If you're asking about someone you're interested in, and then boom, hot like fire. All right. Very soon you deserve love, passion, getting to know each other, and all of this house of joy and pleasure energy. Okay. And Sagittarius is very expansive energy, sweet and sticky. Y'all got a lot. I mean, I should have known when the Queen of Wands from this deck came out, blowing fire like a dragon, literally. Right? And you do have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Some of you, it could be religious environment that you've met this person, hence the insecurity, right? Especially sensually. If you've met this person in a religious or spiritual environment, they're obviously hesitant for that reason, because sensual energy is looked at very differently depending on your spiritual beliefs. And that could be the hesitation. All right. Also, religious factors is very routine. This person will approach you by getting to know you and your routine. It sounds a bit creepy when we talk about watching people, but that gym example, this person knows when you come to the gym, what time, which is dangerous. Switch up your routine. But because of this person's the type to kind of make sure they are in the position. Because of that 5 of Cups, they keep missing their opportunity. They're going to keep putting themselves in the opportunity to get to know you better until they can muster up that courage, until they get that confirmation from you that there's mutual interest. All right. All right. So let me pull from this other deck. I've got one more, the Twin Flame Soulmate Oracle after this one, and then we'll close it out with that erotic sex answers oracle. Tell me more about pile 2's person. How will they get pile 2 alone? This person's actually really freaky. I'm not gonna lie. They lack confidence in uncertain situations. But I'll tell you, when they are sure, they are sure. Okay. All right. Tell me more about pile 2's person. How do they plan on getting pile 2 alone? That fell in reverse, but I'm not going to take it that way. It feels like, interesting. So this in reverse feels like someone making sure you know that they're not with someone, making sure you know that they're available. Because you got the 4 of Wands, which is like a wedding and a commitment. This person may live with someone that they've been intimate with before, or they may have lived with someone at one point. So if this is someone you know from the past, they'll make sure you know, like, hey, you know, I'm not with such and such anymore. That's funny because, like, what an icebreaker. Like, but if you know somebody from the past and they were in a connection, they'll make sure you know immediately, like, hey, I am single and available. But divine union is here. It says, congratulations. It's time to celebrate. Both you and your partner have healed and learned the important lessons to allow this union to manifest. So some of you, this person may mention, like, hey, oh yeah, like I keep using the gym example because it's easy. Like, hey, I'm in the gym all day, every day because my friend's getting married. Like, it may be the icebreaker, like using friends, right? Friends to be the icebreaker. Like, I got a friend that's getting married soon, so I want to look good for the wedding, kind of a vibe. Some of you, just randomly, the icebreaker in and of itself of how this person is going to get you alone is just them talking to you about a wedding. They may invite you to a wedding, but there's a wedding involved with the 4 of Wands and divine union. It could be your wedding. Those of you in established connections, very much so. Like, if, you know, this is various stages of connections here. So if this is your wedding, you know, but If not, it looks like a friend, right? With Leo, all of this Leo energy to the side right here, that 5th house. Okay, let me see if I can get 2 more from this pile. And I'll take the bottom. I mean this deck, and we'll take the bottom. All right, I'm just messing up everything. Again, this person just feels like they're a bit chaotic. Like they're always worried about messing things up, to the point where they do mess things up because they're trying so hard not to. Look at that, more Leo fun energy, playfulness. Playtime is essential for relationships. Have a little fun recapturing romance with your partner. So this is a person that will, if you're already married, they'll want to go on another honeymoon, right? Or just take a couple's trip with luck on your side. Sagittarius, that is traveling energy, right? Joy, pleasure, date energy, flirting, right? Yeah, this is just someone that's going to ask you out for sure. Okay, my last one, I'll take the bottom. Falling in love. So the feeling of falling in love is one of a kind. Know that it is safe for you to be in love. It's very passionate, sensual energy here, but getting to know each other, date, okay? Straight up, this is a date. And flirting and fun, and it's a fun date, okay? Whatever the date is, it's fun, okay? It's not like dry, stiff, awkward. It's fun, okay? The bottom, you have ready for love. Let's be the truth. Yeah, this person may talk about the fact that they're ready to settle down. 4 of Wands, divine union. They may talk about like they're ready. They're just ready. Okay. It says you've been understandably guarded, scared of being hurt again, but you took the time to heal. Now you are ready to try love again. Especially if this person's been in a connection before. I can see that in some instances with this past energy. And then religious factors can be like some type of religious establishment where weddings happen. Some of you, this person has been married before, okay? Or in a long-term connection before. That's just for some of you. Others of you, there is a friend or some friends getting married, doing some couples things, and they kind of, some of you, it's not even just the wedding. It could be that specific, but it is like a joint date. Like this person's going somewhere where there's going to be couples and they don't want to be without someone to go. So that's like the opportunity to get you to go so that like you two can get busy. Okay, so let me pull from this Twin Flame Soulmate Oracle deck to get more energy. I got a lot of passion. I got a lot of sensual energy with sweet and sticky and literally passion coming out. And then very soon you're gonna do this. Very soon. And now I have like alarm going off. All right, sorry. Oops. All right, sorry about that, Patu. My alarm was doing the thing. So yeah, I mean, literally I said very soon and then the alarm started to do the thing. So let's pull from this Twin Flame Soulmate Oracle. You do have, listen, y'all, I keep talking about like a marriage and everything. This person's like, they're ready to settle down, and maybe that's kind of the connector, but family, or this is someone with a family, or that, you know, was connected to someone, but family might be the connection, right? Could be through family, could have met through family, could be the friend collaborative, but it feels like an environment where they're gonna, like, I don't know, I'm just getting strong, like wedding, mutual, like joint couples vibes from this pile. So maybe that is what happens right here. And then you have that ring. So something about marriage is very relevant, I think. And like I said, even if it's not wedding specific, there are people, right? Friends, could be network where like there's people and there are couples, and like this person may not want to be the one along with ready for love and all of the stuff. That's a very specific message. So take it as it resonates. Okay, let me get 2 more and we'll take the bottom. Loyalty. Some kind of way this person's going to prove some sort of a loyalty to you. And I know some of you, it may be a little bit early for that, but whatever it is with family, loyalty, it feels like a trustworthy, comfortable environment. Once this person's they're going to make you comfortable, make you feel comfortable. Could be because of your friends, their friends, and family, right? Divine timing. You've got divine union, very soon, and divine timing. And I think that's part of it's just the right time for this person. Like they're gonna see an opportunity at the right time as it relates to you. And getting you alone is gonna be like the perfect situation, the perfect date, the perfect gathering, the perfect event to get in there. Like, that's really what I'm getting from this person. All right. And that it's going to happen soon. Okay. Hope. Yeah, this person's very hopeful. So they're like, this person's going to be going out on a prayer, literally, when it comes to, and then that's elusive at the bottom there, which is you, for them, for whatever reason. Just hoping that you receive them very well. Because they're worried. This is my pal that feels very worried about missed chances, with that Five of Cups being the first card, like missing out on you. Okay, if they haven't already, or perceive themselves as having done so already. Okay, some of them may be brave enough to booty call you or think about it. Okay, those of you where this is someone with a family, third party, just know this is the energy, right? Mistress. And mistress is also kind of like a Mrs. energy, not gender specific. So some of you, this person is just ready for someone, like a partner, like we talked about. Let's see if I can get a good shuffle. All right, we'll put this back in a second, but you have submit to me. It's all about making you theirs and claiming you. I'll put that there in a second. I just want to get a card that I can cover it with. Hopefully one comes out. I do want one more, then I'll take the bottom. There we are. And that's maturing energy. So you've got intense affair that is ending. Some of you, this person is finalizing something with someone else, and hence the missed opportunity, like they're not available. So when that happens, that's when very soon you'll get that information coming through with them. But mistress, submit to me, intense affair. This person's a bit, they're not like, I don't say they're super kinky, but they're super freaky. I'll give you that much. I'll give you that. You like it won't, I don't believe this will catch you off guard when this person makes that sensual move towards you. Like, they are in. You may be caught off guard when they initially approach you for whatever romantic date gesture, but once you get comfortable with them, you'll know it's coming. You'll spot it a mile away. The getting you alone energy and the intent behind it, because they're very transparent, sensual. Yeah, this person has a very sensual energy, and I do have some readings up where you can select fruit and whatnot. So anything related to strawberries in my readings, those may be your piles. Okay. All right. So yeah, because this is just someone that's very sensual by nature when they feel comfortable expressing as such. Okay, because they have heavy Leo, Sagittarius kind of vibes about them, even if those aren't their placements. It just takes a bit to get that out because of that glass half empty approach to life that they have. Okay, let me see if I can see anything else before I close it out. It's all about comfort. It is. It's very much about comfort. And the more comfortable they feel with you, the more freaky they feel. And the more comfortable you are with them, and the more they realize they have your trust and comfort and faith, right? That is, they reveal more and more about their level of intimacy, okay? But yeah, you got a lot of scenarios here on how this person is going to get you alone or attempt to. So I will leave you with that. Now, that is all I have for you today, Pile 2. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching. All right, Pile 3. So, disclaimer before we get started, this reading is for educational, informational purposes only. But let's see how your person is going to get you alone. You selected the gray, blue, purple undertone moon looking orb. So let's get into it. I do have this tarot deck, and I also have 3 astrology based oracle decks, a few love based oracle decks, including a twin flame soulmate hybrid. And then at the end, I will pull specific messages for intimacy, sensual, and sexual energy from my Sex Answers Erotic Sex Oracle. All right. So, pile 3. Tell me how your person's gonna get you alone. I'll take that one. I almost took those, like falling right into the palm of my hand, like falling right into my lap. Like those are phrases, like slipping right like in the palm of my hand. Like that's messages that I'm getting. Let me see what this is. And just like that, it slipped right out of my hand. So right in my hand. All right. It's like one moment it's right there, and then the next moment it like slips right from my fingers, and then I have to do backflips to get it. That's the energy. 3 of Cups. And honestly, this depiction of the 3 of Cups is interesting because it almost feels like, I mean, I guess those ravens are playing, but it feels aggressive, right? Like maybe a bit, your person may be a bit aggressive with the way that they flirt, or very hands-on, or like, you know what I mean? Like that may be it. May like play smack you a little bit on the arm and whatnot. Like it feels very, very active here. But this is fun, right? Like this is 3 of Cups. Could be a little bit of competitive energy just by nature of this depiction of that card. But yeah, it feels like a very loud environment, very active, very fun environment that your person's probably going to be trying to get you out of, because again, the goal here based on the question we're asking is how this person will get you alone, right? But this is very loud, active, social energy. Okay. Could be via friends, could be very loud friends, right? You know what I mean? Especially if your person is shy. But this is more how they're going to get your attention or engage you, that leads to the eventual getting you alone. So let's see. Tell me more about pile 3. How is pile 3's person going to get them alone? That's interesting. So if you see here, the 8 of Cups is moving on, leaving something behind. It feels like, because it's in a reverse like that, like this is a person that doesn't want you to move on from them, or doesn't want you to move away from them or evolve beyond them. It's a leaving, someone being left behind. And with the 3 of Cups, it feels like this is a person that's going to remind you of all of the good things about them that you enjoy. You know what I mean? Like, because it feels like don't go energy. Maybe that's that slipping in my hand energy that I was getting when I was shuffling initially. Let me pull one more and take the bottom before I develop this energy. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, so active, effort, lots of activity, lots of energy. Could even be like bonfire vibes with this, or campfire I see in some instances. But it's like, oh, don't leave kind of an energy. And it doesn't have to be like an actual like move, relocation, or breaking up or anything like that. It could simply be like, hey, why are you leaving the party? Like, there's a party. Why are you leaving the party? Oh, you're not in, like, this is too much for you. Hey, let's go do something else, right? That's the energy. That's the strong energy. Okay, some of you, it could literally be like an outdoor party at night, like a bonfire vibe, and it's like, oh, let's go have our own little corner in the campfire. Not saying it's gonna happen there. Some of you it might, but that the energy is primarily like to isolate you, to get to know you a little bit better in the newer sense, or just to connect with you if you two are on a higher level of a connection, right? At the bottom, you've got that Ace of Coins. It's all about new. Like, yeah, fresh energy, which Doesn't have to be a whole new relocation move, whatever. Some of you it is, and I'll get to that in a second. But some of you is simply like, it could be a gathering and you're just not feeling it. You're ready to go, and they're like, oh no, we can pivot, we can switch gears, just me and you, right? Ace of Wands, Ace of Coins, let's go do something else. It could be that simple. Others of you, it is, some of you it's funny because it could literally be a date gone wrong, right? And then they have to adjust for another chance. And then there's those of you where it's like, especially those of you that are in connections, right? Whether it's still early stages or even if it's long term, it just feels like your person is concerned about you moving on. Three of Cups is fun, celebratory energy. So it could be a celebration of some type of milestone achievement or something that you have, and they're hoping you don't leave them behind. Or it also, like Three of Cups can be a third party situation where they're hoping they don't get left behind because you may be entertaining someone, or you know, them entertaining someone. Doesn't have to be all of those things for all of you, but those are specific messages that I see coming through. Let me just, I'll put this like this because I just want to make sure that I maintain space for my other cards. Okay, so fresh start, fresh beginning, fresh energy, new location, new spaces, just not without them, right? A lot of you, regardless of where, who, when, all is involved, it's 100% a situation that you're like, it's a little too much. And they're like, wait, hold on, don't leave. Those are some specific instances I'm getting. So let me just see what these astrology-based oracle decks have to say. Tell me about Pile 3's person. How are they going to get Pile 3 alone? This is my most straightforward Pile. It's like, listen, don't go. We can just me and you, right? Like that's the energy straight up. So let me see what this deck is going to tell me. I think that's like 3 cards. We'll take it. It's fine. Okay, and I'm not taking reversal. So psychic, some of you already know how this person's gonna get you alone. You already feel it. You already have an instance. It's already planned. You're just here for the confirmation. Let me know how I did. But this is Pisces energy. It's 12th house energy. I wanted to say third eye energy, of the unknown, things you don't see. So especially if you're in a situation like it's like something that is out of your comfort zone, things that you may not realize you enjoy, this person may open your eyes, your perspective to things you didn't realize you would be interested in. And also, some of you may be a surprise, right? With hidden things you can't see in your 12th house. Your person may very well just like surprise you. And that's the thing. And that bonfire energy, I don't know why for this pile I'm getting like specific situations. It could be near water with Pisces here, you know, it's the fish. So it could be like on a camping trip, on a hunting trip, or you know what I mean? Like something outdoorsy or a beach. Like it feels like that kind of a setting. Okay. So we've got that. I'll just do this. There we go. And then we've got Gemini, making like 2 people on the same page, right? The twins. So it's like, you know, this person's going to take the opportunity to be face to face with you, like trying to, like, you both may not be vibing in whatever the setting is. Like, we're not really, let's see if we can go do something us too, right? And then this is 3rd house energy of communication. So possibly bonding on a level that you didn't realize you two connected, right? Like-minded people with psychic and the twins. And then you've got the crone moon, which is deep wisdom. Yeah, this is you two kind of connecting intimately once isolating yourself from some type of gathering, right? Like that, separating, like when there's other people, festivities, possibly drinking, it's just a little wild, people are excited, rah, rah, rah. And like, but like you two connecting deeply on a 12th house level, literally, honestly, right? 12th and 3rd house energy, like, you know, mentally and spiritually, right? Like connecting with one another on a level that you two've never connected with anyone. That's why you got the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Coins. It's like a new beginning, something you've never experienced before. Interesting. And that's like what locks you two in, right? At the bottom, you've got the number 22, Wanning Gibbous. Listen. Yes, just really listening to one another, getting to know one another. This is my pile that is stimulating one another mentally. Like, it's a mutual thing with the Gemini twins. It's not just them getting you alone, it's you two kind of connecting, because it feels like you two are in the same space. It's like you're at a gathering and you're both not really feeling it. I say gathering, but it could be like festival outside, all of the stuff that goes on, concert, whatever the thing is, right? Club. You two are just not invested in the thing. And like, instead of leaving, you two's trying to start your own little party. That's cute. So let me pull from these other decks and see what's going on. Tell me more about pile 3. How is pile 3's person going to get them alone? Some of you, I'm not gonna lie, for this pile, this is my singles. Like, if you're asking about a crush, that's great. But if you don't have anyone in mind, I could see this being my pile for people with no one in sight, not a crush, not anyone, but just hoping like, okay, how I'm gonna meet somebody. I could see some of you meeting, like this is your first meeting with these two aces. Right? Like, being on the lookout for that with the listen, and with the psychic card here is like a prediction, like, of incoming energy for some of you. And those of you where you're asking about a crush, current partner, all of that, it's still a prediction, right? But it's like predicting a person, right? Especially with that, not, you know, the 12th house energy, not seeing it coming. So good for you, pile 3. I love that energy. So let me get another good shuffle. And we'll keep pulling cards to see more about how this person's going to get you alone. Tell me more about pile 3. How is that person going to get them alone, please? That's too many. But I will take that one since it didn't flip up. Emotions are running high. Honestly, y'all, this person, it's gonna be a whim. Like, if we're talking about like sexual intimacy, it's gonna be, I don't want to say on a whim. Like, you'll, as it's happening, you won't be like, oh my gosh, that you know what I mean? Like, you'll know, but like, there's a deeply passionate thing where I feel like a super moon, where just like you two kind of roll with the energy and it happens. But I'm not like, this is again my mentally stimulated pile. Like, you connecting with someone on a level that maybe you're not expecting you two to connect. Like, maybe you two have never connected on that level before. Doesn't mean it's a new person. It just means it's a new perspective on a person, right? Like, you're connecting on a level you didn't realize, with emotions are running high in that super moon, and it's like everything aligning as it should, and then all of the pieces of the puzzle in that situation just kind of falling into place, and you two getting along. This doesn't seem like a pile of planning. It seems like a situation that just presented itself for you two to really just connect and be alone together. Interesting. Let's see what's at the bottom. See, look, a new romantic cycle begins. New moon and Libra. So contracts, legality. Some of you may be in a setting where you have to be in this setting. You don't want to be, or even if you do, you would have been there regardless because you had to be in this setting. Like, I'm mentioning it as fun, but it could be like social organizations or professional gathering. Like, you know what I mean? It could still be a gathering that is fun, you know, like holiday parties and such. Like, but you had to go, contractual obligation and whatnot. But yeah, a new romantic cycle begins. It's like it is exactly what it says, but this is Venus, you know, happy flirtatious energy, and it also talks about fairness, equal give and take, balance, and you two being mutually on the same page about the energy between the two of you and being alone. Like, this is mutual. Okay, this isn't them planning, it's mutual. And I know I keep saying that because it's important, because you have the twins, which is 2 people, and then you've got the scales of Libra, which is the balance, equal give and take, like playing off of each other, feeding off of each other's energy. Okay, like, some of you, if this is just an initiator to you two getting alone, like intimately, like you're alone in this setting, but obviously it's still public, you're not gonna, or maybe some of you will, right? But if that's not the case, then you two either, you know, link up again or later, and but you two decide together. It's not them necessarily chasing you. It's you two saying, hey, like, we're really connecting, you know, because it is feeling kind of commitment oriented, because it's very romantic. It's not just like, oh, we're bored and we're friends with benefits. It's a couple, like the beginning of a coupling, right? So let me get this last astrology-based oracle deck, and we'll hop into those love decks and get more clarity. Tell me more about how this person's going to get you along. This person's really going to be vibing off of you, and you'll be able to tell, though, when emotions are running high. Like, this person will be very, very mentally stimulated by you. Okay. All right. Let me see. Tell me more about... I'll take this one, and I want to pull one more, and I'll take the bottom. It's a lot at once. I feel like the cards are dumping for this pile, and that's interesting because it may be the case for you too. Like, it all just hits you at once. It all hits you two at once. Right, exactly. I'll take the bottom in a second. You have fixed, sextile. The word sex is there, by the way, so it's interesting. This really passionate energy coming through from this pile, right? Ace of Wands, Ace of Coins, like lots of going, like not, you know, some of you, again, like stopping you in your tracks with the Eight of Cups. It says a combination of tension and flow, potential, and a rewarding situation. Exactly. Something you didn't necessarily want or expect or is not vibing with the tension. And then you realize, okay, this is it. Or some of you didn't want to go to the social thing or the professional thing, or just didn't want to be in that environment. Or once you got there, it wasn't the vibe it was supposed to be. And I'm speaking in incoming energy, by the way. I know I said it past tense. So some of you, this may be the past setting, and you may be in limbo, and the energy incoming is how they get you along beyond that, right? Interesting. But yeah, that tension, that situation where you're like, I'm not feeling it, magically, you know, turns into a potential, like a situation filled with potential and reward, right? Like a potential. Now there's someone you're potentially connecting with. Like, I can't even get my words out right. And it's a vibe now. That's what I'm getting. And then with fixed, it's like your eyes set on the prize. Someone's eyes set on the prize. Theirs, right? The fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. These could be your or your person's placements. But it says stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability. All right. And fixed also talks about a situation that you can't really get out of or avoid even if you wanted to. And then Gemini. Twice. Gemini 2 times. So Gemini could be your placements. Gemini could be the season, something similar. But again, that's third house energy ruled by Mercury of just really connecting intellectually and mentally. And also it rules twins, so like-minded people, right? With the 2 scales, 2 halves of a whole, or 2 wholes that complete, however you want to word it. But it does say curiosity, intellect, and networking, which I did mention that being the setting in which this person kind of utilizes that energy to get you alone with them. Let me see what Melanin Pop has to say. Tell me about pile 3. Oh, that's sweet. Manifesting, deja vu, patience, and blissful in your dreams. Some of you, this person's like manifesting an opportunity, like they're thinking of an opportunity, they're dreaming of an opportunity, like in instances where like this is someone that's thinking about you heavily, which a lot of you it is. They're hoping for a chance to see you and to get you one-on-one. Okay? But it also is a waiting for their chance energy. Like, this isn't someone that's going to aggressively swoop in to get you alone. This is someone that's going to let the opportunity come to them. Okay? Interesting. Let me get more. I think I want 2 more from this deck. Tell me more about this pile 3. Tell me more about your person and how they plan to get you alone. Wanted to, and they just hightailed out the deck. You've got alien, which is unique, misunderstood, unknowns, mystery, intriguing. It's a surprise, y'all, with the psychic. I mentioned specific instances and settings, but I did, for a lot of you, feel like it was either a meeting I was describing, whether it was a past meeting, because I was using a lot of past tense terms without trying to. Some of you, it also is incoming energy, like I said, but this setting will be the monumental impact that leads to you two getting along and becoming intimate eventually. But for some of you, a lot of you, like, either this person does not know because they're trying to dream it up, manifest it, especially with Pisces energy, like if they're in their head about it, fantasy based, or it's when we may not be meant to know the specifics of it. We'll keep pulling cards and see, but some of us, we might not be. It's a surprise. It's supposed to be offhanded, a new beginning of some sorts. Some of you, this is a person you think you're moving on from. I can see that with the Eight of Cups. But then it happens with the Ace of Wands, Ace of Coins. We're just not meant to see, okay? But a unique opportunity, possibly one that is manifested, almost dreamlike, right? Mystery, unknowns. Let me see what this other card is. Hopefully we get more. Yeah, just friends. That's crazy. You've got just friends. It's complicated, platonic, perspective, and chance. And you do have that friendship energy of the Three of Cups. And I was gonna say that, I wish I would have, but it is what it is. It's in the past. I can't control it now. But Three of Cups feels like, when I said this is someone you may be moving on from, Three of Cups feels like someone that you either tried to date and it didn't work out. You were dating your exes and you're trying to move on from them, or you've decided that you two can only really be friendly in that Three of Cups because that's a friendship card, and you're not going to proceed further, a la Eight of Cups. Like you're trying to move on, you're not trying to move forward, but something is refreshing in some sense, right? I don't see how. I just know either someone's manifesting something after being friend zoned or whatever, because this is a friend zone card. It just feels like something's coming out, okay? Let me see what's at the bottom. Immaturity, childish, defensive, foolish, juvenile, immaturity. So for me, yeah, that works. Yeah, that works. It's fine. So, let's see. So again, some of you, we're not really meant to know the details of it, but I will say, those of you where it's that friendship-based energy that I was talking about, immaturity feels like it historically was not the appropriate timing. I don't like to say that, but that's what the cards say. It is what it is. I'm not going to manipulate the reading based on like my personal opinion, but like it feels like the reading is saying right place, right time. It wasn't the right time, or especially if someone was really childish and immature in the past. I'm seeing situations arise. I mean, I'm not seeing the situations, I'm just seeing opportunities coming through. Oops, sorry, I don't mean to knock that. Okay, this is a very interesting reading coming through. And then some of you, this person's sneaky. If you want to pick a different pile, you may have been called to it. You're coming through into this pile, maybe because the actual people that selected only this pile, it's real mysterious. I have more decks. We're gonna pull and keep seeing. But those of you where it's where you're coming from a different pile, that sneaky energy of like pretending to like lead with friendship is here. Okay. Some of you, it's related to games and playing games, not like immature relationship games, but like actual games and fun, especially if it's a social environment. Okay, so let me pull from these lovely circle decks and we're gonna see what's going on. Let me see. How is pile three's person gonna get them alone? man, with passion, with passion, right? It says, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Some of you, it may be music, it may be through song, okay? Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy, passion. And you do have emotions are running high. So being very passionate, like something about passion, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. Let me pull more cards. I want to pull 2 more and take the bottom. Those are 3, so I will take them and we'll see what this is. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Relationship begins. So I feel, because engagement feels like being in, like not being engaged like to marry, but like engaged in a situation, right? Like being present, fully present. I don't know if just there's a setting where you're not, if this setting I described initially is the setting in which launches it, then it's like you two are in an environment where you don't have really a choice to be engaged in anything other than each other, because you're somewhere you don't necessarily want to be. All right, so if that's the situation, then that's how it happens, and it reignites passion or ignites passion for the first time for someone that you didn't really think you were compatible with, right? Because with friends, just friends and alien, it doesn't feel like someone you expected to be compatible with. Okay, unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Yeah, again, that's that 8 of Cups energy coming through, that friend zone energy, and then you have codependency. So addictions are affecting your romantic life. There's so much going on here. At the bottom, you have give your relationship a chance, to work on your partnership, that which is more like partnerships are Libra energy. So it feels like some of you, your person could be both of you because of all of this Gemini twinning, mirroring energy. There's a lot of passion, there's a lot of engagement in whatever setting, and then boom, there's like, oh no, we're not doing this. We should probably just not. We should keep a boundary. We should be friends. We should not do the thing, right? And then one or both of you may regret it, or, you know, may feel rejected or whatever. And then you have the codependency, and you know, I don't know. And then you have give your relationship a chance, which is like almost like this energy and the specific scenario from the beginning feels like the universe kind of orchestrating. Like I know people don't like it when we say things like that, but it's like pushing you two together. I mean, if you have like a soul contract to act out, play out, complete, then that is what it is. But it just feels like you or this person or the both of you are trying to like avoid one another in a certain sense after really connecting. And then as you try to avoid each other, it kind of starts pushing you together with listen and give your relationship a chance here. Okay, let me pull from this other deck. Let me get more energy. We've got 3 more decks. How they're gonna get you alone is after either feeling rejected or after rejecting you in some sense. And it could be both, by the way. If this is a mutual decision, like, oh no, we should not. Like, hey, listen, that, you know, like I don't know, I'm just like making up whole scenarios, but it's an energy coming through. It's like, you know, after this thing where, you know, like you two weren't vibing, it was like, yeah, we connected, but it's not realistic. That's what I'm getting. This is a very, I don't want to say confusing pile, but it is interesting and not the read I thought I was gonna get. Because I got passion, 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 and then pause. And then rekindling. So I don't know, maybe that's the sequence. I don't know. But let me pull and get more. Tell me more about pile 3 and how the person's going to get them alone. And maybe that's the mystery, is that pause. It's right. I think I mentioned vibe. Like, it's a vibe, right? And it says, enjoy the good vibes and energy with this person because they are like no other, right? So like all of that passion, all of the vibe. I want 3, so I want 2 more from this deck, and we'll take the bottom. Listen and reflect. Sometimes what a person needs is not a wise mind that speaks, but a patient heart that listens. And you have listened 2 times on the table. So there's something your attention is being called to, pile 3. You need to listen. Okay? Listen to spirit. Listen to this person. Okay? But there's a call to listen here. Make a move. I think that's hilarious that I'm like, oh no, you have to listen. You listen. There's a listen here, and it's number 22. There's a listen and reflect. And I was talking about a pause, and then here you go. Make a move. Okay, the time is now. Someone is planning to take action, or it's time for you to make the move. Now, it's up to you what you do. I'm not saying you should make the move, because some of you, you'll feel called to make the move to get this person alone. Because I saw it was a mutual energy, a mirroring pile. So some of you, it's going to be you. Others of you, it is going to be this person, or it will be both, you know, communicating back and forth. But I feel like you got listen. I'm talking about it. You get make a move. And I can see your person remembering the vibe, reflecting, listening to them, you know, to the higher selves, reflecting, thinking about how they were feeling and how passionate and everything, you know, with energy. It's, you know, the exciting energy and all of that that's in that card down there. And then making a move, and then connecting and getting you to, you know, getting each other alone. It just feels like a move has to be made. And that's why it was all of this darkness of like not being clear, all of the secrecy. It's because a move has to be made. Okay, attraction. Your captivating energy makes you attractive. You wear confidence well. There's a lot of attraction. Some of you, it's attraction that's like hidden. 12th house is secret. Like the Pisces energy there. 12th house is hidden things and hidden connections and relationships. Could be. Yeah. But again, lots of passion, lots of attraction, but also lots of pause and resistance in this pile. But I do see it happening, because we asked, how will they get you alone? Once they make a move, once you make a move. Okay? That is what it is. So, you know, give your relationship a chance is here. A new romantic cycle begins is also here, along with Ace of Wands, Ace of Coins. And it is mutual, because we've got 2 Gemini cards. All right? Same page. Whether you realize it or not, you 2 are on the same page. So let me see more. I want to pull from this Twin Flame Soulmates Oracle. Soul level. Look at that. You 2 are connecting on the soul level, deep dive. So whatever conversation, intimate energy you 2 have had already in previously alone settings, soul level bond. Deep dive. 12th house themes, okay? Connecting mentally as well on top of that. Let me get 2 more. I did say games. We have immaturity, but on the immaturity card, he is playing a game. She's disinterested, but he's playing a game. All right? But playing games. It could be literal games. It could be party games. It could be video game, any game, any type of game, sports, all of the stuff. But it also could be you 2 playing games with each other, since it seems to be a mutual connection here that some of you in this pile are really avoiding. Not just you, them, like both, or one is more resistant than the other. But yeah, I mean, you gotta make a move. So let me see. I'm trying to get to this energy. The good thing is that I do have, after I finish from this deck, I have the Erotic Sex Answers Oracle to pull specifically for intimate energy. Now, I can't promise it's going to come out, but it's there. Let's see. Let me get one more. Tell me more about pile 3's person. How are they going to get pile 3 alone? What else can you tell me about that? I may take 2. I was thinking 2, and here we are. You have flighty. Hot and cold, flighty energy. Ironically enough, because this card came out with the 8 of Cups, which is upright, a flighty card, something is going to happen that we cannot see. It's not our business. That is going to stop the game playing, whether on your end, your person's end, both. You're both going to be in a situation that kind of forces you to interact with one another, and then or an energy that forces you to interact with one another, right? Like via phone or messages or DMs or whatever. And this is for my where there's a history, right? This is that history, because this is a, like I said, there's those of you where this is future energy incoming, where it's someone that you're manifesting, they're manifesting, and they'll come in and you'll get there. But right now you're not ready. That's why that person hasn't revealed themselves, and it's still a mystery. For those of you where you have a conscious person in mind, like you're consciously thinking of someone, playing games, flighty, even though it's on a soul level, that 8 of Cups is going to put a stop to that, because it is in reverse. And like I said, 3 of Cups can still be game playing now that I think about it. So you have game playing, and then boom, as you try to proceed with that energy, or someone tries to proceed with that energy, both of you, in reverse with the 8 of Cups. And then you have an Ace of Wands, Ace of Coins, and then a new romantic cycle begins. So I don't know what that is. That's not my business. But, and then you have Forbidden Fruit. So again, it could be that 12th house themes of hidden connections for whatever reasons, whatever the forbidden fruit is, whatever the reason. Alien is foreign energy. Could be some very much differences between the two of you, whether we're talking about your usual type, very different, or we're talking about culturally, socially, all of the stuff, okay? And at the bottom, you've got magic moment. And I said moment, like it's going to be a moment between the two of you that really does it, right? Whether it's the scenarios we've already talked about, or like I've already said, the universe kind of orchestrating where you're trying to resist and play games and be flighty, or just being hard-headed amongst yourselves. Magic moment. When the timing is right, that's what's going to happen. So if you're picking this reading just to confirm if something, I can see a lot of you no contact here. If you're picking this pile to see if anything's going to happen, yes. I cannot tell you when. So far, I've given examples of how could be, but I have a lot of mystery for this pile. So let's talk about the getting you alone and whatnot. Let's see if we can get more. Tell me, and I'll pull 4 from this deck too, just to see what I can get you. Tell me about pile 3's person. How are they going to get pile 3 alone? Some of you, they'll literally get you alone by playing games. Like it'll be a game, it'll be a setup, it'll be like, oh, like a sneaky situation, like oh, maybe we should do this. Oh, sorry, it's not working. Want to hang out? You know what I mean? I don't know, like something random. Tell me more about pile 3's person. How are they going to get pile 3 alone with them? Playful. So I've been doing this a lot. Look at all of this red, right? And you've got red more. So there is a reading. We got Forbidden Fruit. I've got a reading. Probably was my last one. These are timeless, so it doesn't matter. If you wanted to pick watermelon, then probably that's your pile. But since it's all of the red, there were also, I think strawberry was there, but like watermelon is here, okay? You've got playful, which game playing. You know, I feel like one or both of you is very, very playful. So it could be a lot of flirtation that gets you two going. Could be flirting about what quote unquote inappropriate things. Could be very sexual, sensual flirtation, but it could be like really inappropriate things with forbidden fruit. Like I'm not thinking of sex in and of itself as inappropriate. I'm thinking of like just saying some stuff that you should not be saying. And this, you know what? You just go pick that pile. So playful. It might be a bit of a lighthearted approach as well. Okay. And there's that energy where it's like feeling like summertime. It's kind of like, that's kind of like a beachy almost. Yeah, that's almost like a beachy image a little bit. So give me more. Tell me more about pile 3's person. How are they going to get pile 3? Alone. Flirtation. Lots of flirting. Lots of playful energy though. I will say that much. Let's make love in the moonlight. And this is definitely like beachy vibes, but let's make love in the moonlight. So I mentioned bonfires, beaches, all of the things could be those settings. Again, this could also be past energy, just to confirm that yes, you are in your right pile. You're not meant to know the specifics of how it happens. Okay. Let's make love in the moonlight in a magic moment. Okay. We get 2 more. Definitely evening energy. I'll give you that much. So with moonlight, look, I'm like digging right now for you, but with moonlight, it could be around a full moon, because like it would make sense that it's happening. In order to make love in the moonlight, there has to be moonlight, right? So it would be when the moon is the brightest in the sky or approaching a full moon. Okay. Actually, they are in water. Now that I'm really looking at that card, those silhouettes. What is this in reverse? Well, protect yourself, but in reverse. So once you two let your guard down, or this person lets their guard down, someone's got to let their guard down, could be both. That's kind of really when that energy of getting alone together opens up. Okay. Let's see what it is. Can't handle, oh, sorry, can't handle you. I don't know why that's relevant. That one wanted to come out. I will take it. Going to make you mine. All right. So you've got, let's make love in the moonlight. Gonna make you mine. Protect yourself is in the reverse, which is that not guarded energy, that not moving on 8 of Cups. Letting go of all of the game playing in a negative sense, but being playful and flirtatious in a good sense. At the bottom, you've got long lasting. And some of you are here. I don't know if it's new people or if it's people that have been around a while, that have been really watching the readings and remember which piles they pick for which readings. But lately, I've been like, okay, you picked this pile. If you didn't go back and watch the watermelon group, and then like, oh, you remember the reading with the roses? Go back and pick the red one. Long lasting. This connection is meant to be long lasting. Now that said, getting you alone is gonna happen. Getting each other alone, let me say it like that, is gonna happen in a sense that releasing insecurities and inhibitions, and like going with the flow. And kind of just doing it. Like, I'm not going to say it's like a, it doesn't feel like a booty call. It just feels like a going with the energy of being open to one another. And, you know, it'll be a process, right? With long lasting in terms of becoming vulnerable, but also like long lasting. It talks about, you know, the experience of being together for a while together, right? Like spending the whole day, whole evening, whole night together. And then the intimacy is in that setting. whenever that happens, okay? So that is all I have for you today, pile 3. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay in the know on the content we post here on this channel. Thank you for watching.